Hey PMC fans, what is up? I am Noah JTRA or the Rockin Aerodactyl, and I'm here joined by Johan, coach of the
ShinryuPikachus.
Can you say that again?
The ShinryuPikachus.
ShinryuPikachus. I saw it. I first going to say Sean, like, wait a second. I don't know what I'm going to pronounce that. But happy to have you on board, Johan. Welcome to Season 2.
Thank you.
And we'll begin talking about the way we start off every interview was how did you find us? How did you find the PMC?
Well, it's a real interesting story. Misty, my wife, was playing in Season 1, and I helped her do a lot of her setup for Season 1, helped her go over Pokemon potential teams, things like that. And I got to, actually play with everybody from Season 1, J-Specs, Bird. And we all clicked real well. We clicked real good. Did a couple of free-for-alls with them. Next thing you know, I got an offer, and I was like, of course, I'm in it.
Alrighty. So, quick question. Will you still be helping out your wife, even though you guys are competitors?
In some cases, yeah. I mean, I can't help her the way she's probably going to want to be helped. But I mean, battle prep and stuff like that, of course I'm going to help her with it. I mean, that's the thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help out, but that'll probably be the extent of it.
Alrighty. So what are your thoughts on the PMC?
I mean, I think it's a real good organization, and I think it's going to be something like the UCL pretty soon. I mean, like a lot of people watch the videos. From what I see, it gets bigger every season. Even the D League, like when the D League came out with the new intro from the team builders and the power rankings. I mean, there's people that watch it faithfully. And I mean, really, that's the thing that you want to do. You want to make sure you have that steady fan base and grow, and that the people who are competing are having fun. Because I've seen people who are like, oh man, I can't compete, but I'm going to go ahead and compete in this.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you have people who feel that way, who are like, oh man, I can't do 3 leagues, but I want to do the PMC. That's when you know you're doing something right.
Definitely, PMC. That, like you said, it's steadily growing. We even got our own website, I believe. Was it in the end of Season 1? So that was awesome.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say about growth is I know I'm in other leagues too, and I don't want to sound like I'm bashing them, because I'm not bashing them, because I have fun in every league. But I'm just saying, you don't want a recurring door of people, and I know everybody has their own obligations and they gotta pick one or the other, but you want to make sure that your people are having fun. You want to make sure that it's a good league, it's fun, and it's enjoyable. Every league I've been a part of, and I'm saying this for the record, I've enjoyed. So.
Alrighty. So, what you talked? You definitely are really enjoying the PMC, and I'm really happy to hear that. But what are your thoughts on the league format?
Again, this is going to be my second official league. My first league I'm doing right now for the UBC, but the PMC, the battle format seems pretty good. I mean, it's different, but not much than actually like going to a tournament, because I've gone to tournaments, not since 5th gen, but it's definitely something that makes you say, let me make sure I'm doing this right, pretty much.
Yeah, I hear you. So you mentioned the UBC. Do you have any? So are you doing that like right now? You said.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. We are in week 2 now.
Oh, so just started.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But so you don't have any prior league experience before the UBC?
No.
Other than helping Misty out with her teams, or
I mean, that's just really helping her pick a team.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it, really. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, but nice. I'm really happy to have you, Season 2. Glad to have you on board. So when it comes to battling, what do you think is your strength?
My experience.
Your experience. Can you elaborate, please?
Yeah. I've been battling since Gen 1. Like, I came in on Pokemon Blue, picking Charmander, and, I went up every game, even when I said I wasn't going to go up again, like when 3rd Gen came up. And then when, Leaf Green came up, it introduced so many different variations, I was like, oh, I'm done. But the fact that I kept going with it, and I got to see a bunch of combos, and I went to the Pokemon Regionals, and I got to see some of the best players at that time do things, and then to go ahead and still now be able to watch, the big name players and see where strategies are going. You think of experience. It's pretty much a veteran. It's like you get to say, this might work, and I'm going to try it. And then if it's not working or something old comes up, you can be like, oh, I'll try this. But it also plays against me too, because I could be like, I know this is going to work 110%, and it'll blow up in my face. So it's a double-edged sword, really.
Yeah, yeah, double-edged sword. Good analogy. You mentioned regionals. I'm just curious. Was that VGC or?
Yeah, it was VGC. I went fourth gen. Don't ask me when. It was such a long time ago. But I competed in fourth gen, and I was gonna start fifth gen, but I just never got around to getting around to it. But I went to a couple of regionals for that. So.
Alrighty. I'm just curious because the only format I've actually ever done is VGC, so it's nice to know I can relate to somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone here is talking about the league format. I'm thinking I've never been in a league, so I was in one VGC league once, the UPC VGC, but I was only in for 1 week because the week I got in after they just disbanded, so a little sad there. But now I get to be an analyst for season 2. But moving back onto the PMC, so you talked about strength definitely being your greatest strength being your experience. What do you think is your greatest weakness?
Experience. I
mean, the double-edged sword.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where it's like, oh man, I know I'm going to be able to do this, and it doesn't work, you know? So it's one of those things where it's like, you can't really be too confident in it, but then you can't be underconfident in it. So again, double-edged sword, like, oh, I'm going to stab this person with it, or this move's going to stab, it's going to do big damage, and then you're mistaken, you know? It's one of those things, you never know. And the thing I love about the league format, while we're just on that, is just, you get people who think of interesting things. Oh, well, I'm gonna put these points in defense, and it's a special defensive Pokemon. So you're like, oh, I can pop through their defense, and then you hit that brick wall, and it's like, man, experience messed me up, or man, experience helped me. Either or.
Oh yeah, yeah. So draft is coming up soon. We don't have, I believe we do not have a date yet, but it is coming up soon. Do you have a plan going to the draft, like a strategy you want to kind of follow with, or any Pokemon in particular you want to find?
I mean, really, for me, my plan, I don't really know about how much in depth I've thought about it. I do know I'm probably going to try to snag up Greninja if he doesn't get taken, just because I'm feeling Greninja. It's a good Pokemon, and he's definitely going to be somebody I'm probably going to put a permanent slot on my team. If not Greninja, definitely Goodra. Like I feel like that's a staple Pokemon for me. Like I'm gonna go for Goodra, if not Greninja.
Alrighty, and I'm just curious, why Greninja?
I mean, really, if you catch me battling, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna use Protein Greninja, and it's one of my favorite Pokemon right now. Like everybody gets that one Pokemon that this is it. This is the Pokemon. I love this Pokemon. I gotta have it, and I've been on a Greninja kick since. For a while. Like, I mean, it was my starter in X. It was the only Pokemon out of the 3 that really took to me, and I've been rocking with him since I started playing X. So it's been a Pokemon that stood the test of time. And now I'm just happy that another Pokemon is getting the opportunity to shine in the limelight. When the Pokemon Company released the most popular Pokemon in the world was Greninja, I was kind of geeked.
Yeah. Do you like the Ash Greninja form?
I would like it, but I don't like it. It's like, it's one of those things that's like, oh man, this is a good concept, but it's like, man, we'll never see it, so
we'll
never see it.
It'd be interesting if it goes along with like if we get something like that in Sun and Moon. Definitely would be interesting.
But, I mean, Sun and Moon, there's so many other things coming about. I would hate for them to try to, put something from their anime in there just for the sake of appeasing anime people. I would just really say, hey, with the way Sun and Moon is going, just keep it going. Because I don't want any more delays. I don't want any more, we got to change this one thing up, so we got to push the date back. Like, I'm already, anxious enough as is.
Yeah, so going back to PMC, though, you also mentioned Goodra.
Mm-hmm.
Why Goodra? Is it because it can be well-rounded? Is it the gooey ability? What about Goodra do you like the most?
Well, both of those things you just mentioned, actually. The gooey ability is one of my favorite abilities for a Pokemon to have. I mean, a lot of league play, and it's not just with PMC that I've just seen. A lot of people in leagues, they want to go hit. They want to hit hard. They want to hit fast. They want to get in and out and try to sweep before a threat builds up. With Gooey and Goodra being as tanky as it is, it's a big glass. It's not a glass tank. It's a big tank. So if somebody uses Talonflame, they're going to come in and hit you with, Gale Wing Brave Bird, but they're going to, get their speed lower by 1. And if you get an opportunity to get out or, even, I don't know, volt switch or anything along those lines. I mean, I know it can't learn volt switch, but if you're volt switch into them, you're slowing it down, and then you could go out and have, like Jolteon come out after it's been, gooeyed so many times, because it's going to get at least 2 speed drops. So that's a -2 to speed. And I think at that point, I think Jolteon could take it out if it has like a choice spec or something, or a choice, what is it? The choice, one of the choice items. I forgot. It's choice specs or choice. I hate naming the choice things because they're all the same. I just say scarf, choice scarf. If it's choice scarf, you can just, oh, there you go. I'm done. I got it out of here. And also, I like the fact that it's really good. I mean, I've been in battles, again, a lot of battles I've been doing outside of this, just prepare for league play. I've been using Gudra, and even against fairies, like people will come out and they'll use Pixelate Sylveon, and I'll get hyper voiced. He doesn't die, and then, he goes into Sludge Wave or something, and that's the end of that Sylveon. So, I mean, it's just, I think it's a pretty well-rounded. It's like, I call it Swiss Army knife. It's a Swiss Army knife Pokemon. It can take hits well. It can dish out good hits.
Alrighty, definitely. I like how you use, again, Swiss Army knife, like very versatile. I love that. So you mentioned Greninja and Gudra. Let's talk about another Pokemon. In this league format, what Pokemon do you think is the most overrated Pokemon?
I'm trying to think. Like, who do I see people like panic to get? There's so many different ones. I see a lot of people go nuts over getting like those birds, like what is his name?
The legendary ones?
Landorus and Tornadus. People go nuts over trying to get those guys. They're like, I gotta get them, or Mamoswine, or Weavile. It's just there's so many of them. Dragon Dancing Zardex. There's so many different Pokemon people go nuts to get.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of overrated mons. A lot of them you just mentioned. What about underrated? Are there any underrated mons that you're thinking about specifically?
There's a lot. I mean, really, like, there's so many, like, Helioptile, or not Hoptile, Heliopolis, or Heliolisk is one of my favorite underrated Pokemon because not a lot of people think of certain strategies they use with him. Charizard X, or not XY, Charizard Y is one of my favorite underused ones because I see people get them and then they're like, oh man, people are like, why'd you get Zard Y? It's such a bad choice. It can get stoned and, lose half its life and yada, yada, yada. Who else is there? Jeez Louise. There's so many. I'm trying to think of another one. Drapion. Misty loves Drapion, and it's one of the most underrated, or was one of the most underrated Pokemon. And look at that. I mean, it's fast. It does good physical hits.
Yeah, and it can set up spikes. A lot of good options with Drapion.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So like you said though, there's a lot of underrated and overrated Pokemon. So you were right on both ends. So just a few questions left. Next up is you are currently in the UBC, and
right.
This is your first time being a part of the PMC as a coach. Do you have any expectations for yourself this season?
With it being my second league, I mean, really, to be honest with you, I would love to tell you I want to go in here and I want to win and I'm going to beat this person and beat this person. Really, to be honest with you, my expectation is to have a good time and give me a couple W's. Like, I'm trying to, if it's a 7-week thing, I'm trying to go at least 4-3. If I get 3 and 4, so be it. But my goal is to not have a 0 in my thing. I want to make sure I at least get a couple dubs, get a couple W's.
Alrighty, yeah, W's are always really nice to have.
Right.
Just one last question before we end off. Who will be our PMC Season 2 champion? Who will it be?
I mean, I don't want to say that right now because we don't even have the D-Leaguers selected yet. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been watching the D-League, and it's been some nice people in the D-League. I'm not going to lie to you. My boy Baxy's in the D-League, and he's feeling a little down and out. But nonetheless, your first league outing, and I'm saying this from experience, you always get nervous. My first match that I did for the UBC, I had butterflies in my stomach, and even though I wasn't recording it live or live streaming it, I still made rookie choices just because it's it's your first time out the door, and you always feel that tickle where it's like, oh man, I should do this, but I don't do this. So really, anybody, it's up for anybody. I mean, everybody I've watched battle at least one time, and I've seen a lot of people battle from season one, and everybody's good. Everybody's good. Everybody has the opportunity to win. If you're asking me to pick somebody above somebody, I couldn't do it. I couldn't tell you.
Alrighty, I think you're the second person to actually say I can't choose right now, but I do appreciate that honesty, so thank you. And again, thank you, Johan, for joining us. Thank you for your time. And for those viewers at home, thank you for watching these interviews, getting to know the coaches before the battle. Good luck to you, and I'm looking forward to see you use your experience to do really well. Get those W's, man. Get the W's.
Oh, that's my plan. If I can't get a W, then we got a problem.
Alrighty. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Again, I am Noah, JTRA, or the Rockin' and hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.